Hey guys, this is Tauna. Today we are going to be covering more Modern Horizons 3 leaks. There is an insane amount of stuff going on at the moment. Stuff from the commander sets, but also stuff today from just general Modern Horizons 3. It looks like, you know, the stock has been sent out to distributors and stuff or whatever, and then some people have opened it early and have started, you know, leaking it online. So the Pinkertons are going to have a fun kind of field day going around trying to figure out who's been doing this and stuff like that. But I've kind of got all of the ones that were kind of revealed today to kind of go through with you guys. But before we get into it, make sure you guys head on down to the description or, you know, the comments and subscribe. I'm going to put the link in the comments to make it a bit easier. We're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers at the moment, which might not seem like a big goal, but to me, it's a big goal on this channel. You know, covering Magic the Gathering would be an insane job. So I'd love to be able to do that in the future for you guys. So we're going to get into it. So the first one here is Razorfield Ripper. This is from the Energy Precon, the Jeskai one. It's an artifact creature with reconfigure. You can either pay 2 or 3 energy to reconfigure it. And then whenever it or the equipped creature attacks, you get, you know, the energy, and then it gains +X until end of turn, where X is the amount of energy you have. So that's very interesting. Unfortunately, I assume this is a 2/3. I think from looking at the numbers, the top of the numbers there, I think it's a 2/3. And yeah, as I said, this one is going to be in the Jeskai Precon there. That's not too bad. That would be a very interesting, like, you know, go big, like Liberty Prime would be very interesting with this, to kind of equip it on there and kind of getting more energy and stuff from it. I'm pretty excited about this one. That's pretty cool. I'm actually really excited about this Jeskai Energy Precon altogether. This next one here is Thief of Existence. So this is confirming that there is going to be, you know, Devoid Eldrazi as well, if in case you weren't, you know, sure about it. This is a Modern Horizons one, so it's not from the Precon. It may be in the Precon, who knows, but this one's not. 1 colorless and green, and then it's got Devoid, and then whenever you cast this spell, exile up to 1 target non-creature, non-land permanent an opponent controls with mana value 4 or less. If you do, this gains when this creature leaves the battlefield, target opponent draws a card. So it's a removal combined with, you know, a body, and then unfortunately it does give an opponent a card. But, you know, I guess that's an upside for it there. We've got Shilgengar, Sire of Famine. This one, already my brother has started like brewing this commander, like as a commander. He is just in the base Modern Horizons 3. If you don't know, this is the elder demon that kind of gave the blood and turned the vampires from Soren's bloodline and stuff. So flying, and then you can sacrifice another creature, create a blood token. If you sacrifice an angel, however, you get to create a number of blood tokens equal to its toughness instead. You can then do three hybrid white or black, sacrifice 6 blood tokens to return each creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Those creatures are vampires in addition to their other types. That is really cool. Like, I guess you're going to make like an angel demon-y kind of deck with it. Ideally, you could just, you know, just do any kind of, you know, aristocratic deck with it would work, but an angel demon deck would be very cool with like vampire synergy as well. Just combine demons. Well, you don't need to even need demons. You just need him as the leader with then angels and vampires to kind of run alongside him. Yeah, and I love the kind of idea that he's sacrificing an angel to create the blood tokens. Like, sacrificing an angel does more as well. This is so cool. All right, we've got Volatile Storm Drake. So this is like a Gilded Drake, right? Gilded Drake, except for the fact that you then have to pay for it in the future. So it's got flying, it's got hexproof from activated and triggered abilities, which is very interesting. When it enters the battlefield, you get to exchange control of it and target creature and opponent controls. If you do, you get 4 energy. Then you sacrifice a creature unless you pay an amount of energy equal to its mana value. So you get to essentially switch something. This you have to pay for, though. So the upside from Gilded Drake is that it does have hexproof, so that's, I guess, technically a downside. You do gain energy. So at the very start of the match, this would be fine, but later on, potentially worse. And you also lose 1 toughness from this because Gilded Drake is a 3/3. Right, we've got Pearl Ear Imperial Advisor. So this is obviously to go alongside stuff like Light Paws and stuff. A lifelink, enchantment spells you cast have affinity for auras. This is going to go straight into my auras deck. What is it? My Naya auras with Preston Garvey. When you cast an aura spell that targets a modified permanent you control, so if it's already got an aura on it, or +1/+1s or equipment, you get to draw a card. I love this. I love this so much. This is such a great card for me. I am very excited for it. Again, Modern Horizons 3. That one's Modern Horizons 3 as well. So then we've got some others here. So we've got a reprint for Sylvan Safekeeper, I believe is a reprint. We've got a reprint there for Kappa Cannoneer as well, bringing it into Modern, which is very interesting. And then we've got Necro Dominance. So this is an enchantment here, costing 3 black. Skip your draw step. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay any amount of life. If you do, draw that many cards. Your maximum hand size is 5. If a creature or token will be put into the graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. This is very interesting. I'm very interested to see what people do with this. There's a lot of kind of, cards, like for example, like that create tokens whenever you draw cards or something like that. Whenever you draw a card, do this and stuff. So Necro Dominance would be very interesting in that. Like for example, Marnius Kelgar, there's a lot of stuff in there that, you bring along like Nadir, Nadir Kraken. That's like whenever you draw a card, pay 1 and you get to create a token. So you could do very interesting stuff with this. If you've got like Shieldred, then that's going to cancel that out. Unfortunately, it does say if a card would be put into graveyard from anywhere, exile it. So, you can't like mill yourself and then put all the stuff into the graveyard or anything, unless you have like some kind of removal. Because skip your draw step. So technically you could play this and then on your next turn, draw a whole bunch and then remove it yourself in some way. And, then all of a sudden you've got a huge hand and stuff. And then you get to put it in the graveyard and do some stuff, some funky stuff with this. All right. Next, we've got Echoes of Eternity. Now, this seems to be like the borderless version of it. This is a Kindred enchantment. Kindred is essentially the changed word for tribal. They changed it to Kindred there. No comments on that. We've got 3 colorless and 3 colorless, so 3 and then 3 actual colorless. If a triggered ability of a colorless spell you control or another colorless permanent you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. So you get to do, like, it's essentially, roaming throne for colorless, right? Whenever you cast a colorless spell, copy it, you may choose new targets for the copy. So whenever you cast, any colorless spell, whether it's a creature or an actual devoid spell or something like that, you get to copy it. This is insane, right? This is Eldrazi. It's a better Eldrazi roaming throne. We've got Flare of Denial here. So this is the part of the new cycle of spells that you can sacrifice a non-token for, and then it becomes free. So this one here, you can sacrifice a non-token blue creature, and you get to target something. I can see this getting used in a lot of different decks. It's really good, especially, unfortunately it does have to be non-token, but if you've got a way to bring it back or something that's not super important at the moment because it just had an ETB or something like that, you could do some really cool stuff with this. We've got the Sapphire Medallion. So the medallions are all getting reprinted. This one here is the Sapphire one. New little flavor text, which I don't believe they had before either. And you can tell that it is a reprint and not the old one, because the logo kind of matches up with the other ones. And then we've got Null Drifter. So this is an 7 cost Eldrazi Elemental. When you cast this spell, draw 2 cards. Interesting is when you cast the spell, so it kind of bypasses a lot of different ways that you could be like, when this enters the battlefield. It's got flying, it's got Annihilator 1, and then it's got Convoke 2, and then a blue. So you can cast it for its Convoke, and then it's sacrificed when it enters the battlefield. So it's just, 2 and a blue to draw 2 cards. Pretty good. Not going to be too bad. Later on, useful if you wanted to bring it back, or if you gave a way to make it so that it doesn't get sacrificed, you could do some really cool stuff with that. All right, as for some other information here, so I've got a little bit information about some reprints and stuff like that. So I've got the Eldrazi Precon, power level similar to the Zeldorok one. Do not buy, so it's going to have the Pain Lands, Lumbering Falls, Morophon. So interesting that Morophon's getting a reprint. Chromatic Lantern just got a reprint as well. So Dreamstone Hedron 2, Forsaken Monument, Mirage Mirror, All Is Dust, Blast Zone, Dark Depths, Simic Growth Chamber, Yavimaya getting a reprint there as well. Yavimaya hasn't been reprinted in a while, right? That's like, yeah. Modern Horizons 2 was reprinted, I believe, was the last one. So it's good to see that back. Vesuva, and then wait, is that Yavimaya Vesuva, or is it 2 different wing? Yeah, no, I'm going crazy. I think. Right, Vesuva Hashep, Oasis Desert of the Indomitable as well. We've got the Energy deck, so that's the card that we've seen just then. Chroma's Will apparently going to be reprinted in that, and a Mystic Gate. So Mystic Gate is, let me just bring this up. Oh, that's just the gain a blue, and then you can, gain 1 colorless, and then you can pay to get the 2 different, the combination of blue and white. We've got the Jund deck. The temples are going to be in it. Cycle lands. Buried Alive gets a reprint as well. So very interesting stuff. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be covering this stuff as it kind of comes out because I'm interested in it. I know I'm interested in it. Modern Horizons 3 looks very interesting. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great day and goodbye.